Hello, people. I'm Chris Maddox. I am the founder of the Wild Woman Project, and I'm here to talk to you today about this new moon, which is coming on January 20th, 2015. So new moon time at the Wild Woman Project is a really sacred time for us. We actually gather in circles in our local communities, and we come together around a theme. And the theme is always based on the astrological placement of that particular new moon. And the circle journey is meant to take us deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into our own wisdom so that we can really come out of the circle with some strong intentions for the cycle ahead. And intentions that are not coming from the head, but coming really from the depth of our wisdom. So those circles are happening internationally. So regardless of whether you can actually make a circle or you attend a local circle, you can still work with the energy of the new moon and you can work with the theme. So let's talk about our theme for this new moon in Aquarius. This is the first of two new moons that will be in Aquarius in 2015. How rad is that? It's kind of rare to have it back to back. So that's what's happening. Aquarius is an air sign. Right? So when you think about air, we're moving from being in Capricorn for a while, right? So that's very earthy, very structure oriented, very about the earth plane, which has its own limitations and sort of stability and even density. So as we travel into the into the air cycle, it goes spacious, freedom. When we get into the air, we're talking about thoughts, collective consciousness, communication, electricity, technology, air. It's that thing we cannot actually see, but we know and trust is there. This moon in Aquarius is we're gonna feel a little bit of a lift, and we're gonna be able to detach, which is the blessing and the curse of the earth. It has, or of the air, I keep saying that, of the air quality. There is this sacred ability to actually detach a bit from our own depth of our own feeling and personal relationship to the world. And actually, when we tune into the Aquarian, we can detach a bit from our own personal struggles or relations to the world, and we can see from this higher perspective. We can see the big picture when we tune into this Aquarian within us, right? And we all have that archetype to some degree. It is the part of self which actually can back up, and it has two kind of polar impulses. The first one is that in the Aquarian energy, the Aquarian is the great humanitarian of the zodiac. There is a deep call in the heart of Aquarians to be of service, to care for the community, to care for the whole, the greater, the group. And then they have another impulse, which is they're known to be highly eccentric because they listen to their inner truth. And sometimes when you do that, as any wild woman will tell you, you can seem really crazy to the outside world. Like there can be a lot of, oh, I don't know what that energy is, and a lot of misunderstanding. So there's this piece of the Aquarian energy, which is highly individualistic. They really listen to themselves. And so actually, I think the very interesting work of the Aquarian is the space between this humanitarian, this care for the group, and this almost like dogged independence, right? Because an Aquarian who is not true to themselves, who actually gets lost over here in the group and doesn't really listen to their own guidance, will feel unfulfilled and sad, right? And then on the other hand, if they're feeling very expressive expressive and very individualistic, and yet they cannot play with others, and they are not part of helping the whole or working in group. Again, that's heavy on the heart of an Aquarius. So to find the journey of finding this balance between really listening to your inner truth and really being able to work inside of a community for the greater good. That's what the Aquarian energy has to offer us. We're going to be focusing on the theme. The theme is actually your revolutionary spirit. So when you are tuning into this new moon, if you're on your own and you don't have your circle, you're reflecting on those two impulses. How can I be radically true to myself? And how can I be of service in community? If you feel inspired by this idea of gathering at the new moon, and you actually feel an impulse to hold your own circle, we have a training coming up. Our winter training starts January 19th, 2015. There's a handful of spots left, so if you're feeling called, go to thewildwomanproject.com and apply. It's a 13-week beautiful journey. So have a beautiful new moon. I'm wishing you a fruitful cycle, and I will see you over at thewildwomanproject.com.